Catholic League. We now pause. We ask all spectators to please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats. As Catholic Central Principal Father Patrick Bolton leads us in tonight's invocation.
JB, I gotta kill the stream really quick. I got off the bit right.
It is my very happy duty on behalf of the Design Fathers, the administration of the school, to welcome everyone to the 76th Boys Bowl football game. We remember all our alumni and very happy those who are here this evening. Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God, we are blessed on this Boys Bowl to get together as Catholic schools in competition, that we may grow in goodness, discipline, and knowledge, manifested through the athletic virtues of community, self-sacrifice, and charity. May our words and actions attest that we are all your children. We ask you to grant protection and grace upon these players, coaches, officials, and all of us here this evening. And we make our prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen. Mary Alma Mater, pray for us. Saint Basil the Great, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Yes, please remain standing. And turn your attention towards the south end zone as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Are you guys going to hold to the end of the clock? Okay, cool.
It's been an annual tradition for Detroit Catholic Central High School since 1944, and even in a year that has tested all of us, the tradition of Boys Bowl continues. The 76th annual Boys Bowl taking place tonight in Novi. It's the 2-0 Shamrocks taking on the 1-1 Pilots of DeLaSalle. Welcome to the broadcast tonight. Evan Stockton back with you, class of 2014. We're looking forward to interacting with you throughout our broadcast tonight. Send us a message on the YouTube chat. You can tweet at the various Catholic Central accounts, DCC Shamrocks, tweet at Aaron Babbitts. My personal account is at EV Stockton. We'd love to hear from all alumni, fans, parents watching this game tonight and getting to enjoy the 76th annual Boys Bowl on what's shaping up to be a little bit chilly but otherwise great early October night for football. Okay, so here's the backstory on both of these teams as we're counting down to kickoff. CC, as we mentioned, 2-0. Shamrocks won at Brother Rice 17-12 last week. It was a game they never trailed in, but they never quite were out of the woods. It was a close ball game throughout, and eventually CC hung on, got a first down run late from Connor Bell to win the game by that final of 17-12. And, well, to quote John Bon Jovi, these Pilots have been living on a prayer the first couple of weeks. In week 1 against Brother Rice, they lost in overtime. Last week against St. Mary's, they won in a tight one, 21-13. DeLaSalle has led each game this year at halftime, 1-1 entering. Their new head coach, Dan Roan, who's come over from Grand Rapids West Catholic, likes the team he's got, and this is going to be a great night of Catholic League football in Nova. CC won the toss and declined. DeLaSalle will get the football to start the game tonight. Charlie Menser is going to kick it deep for CC. If you were with us in the live stream week 1, CC was wearing gray. This week, it's Boys Bowl. We're not messing around. We're back to the classic blue and white. DeLaSalle in the all-white Stormtrooper looks tonight. Got a little bit of yellow on the shoulders and their DeLaSalle logo on each side of the helmet. Brett Stanley, one of the guys back deep for DeLaSalle. He's going to be on the left side of your screen. Watch out for him tonight. Senior who does a little bit of everything for DeLaSalle. Matthew Bouchon is back deep as well for the Pilots. The kickoff team breaks. Charlie Menser ready to go for CC. Bouchon, Stanley back deep. And we are moments away from our 76th annual Boys Bowl. Menser sends it away, and the kick goes out of bounds. So DeLaSalle will have excellent starting field position. Let's keep an eye on who the quarterback will be tonight for DeLaSalle. They're going to run through a couple, at least to start. Brady Drogosh, the sophomore, is more of the passing quarterback, number 12. We'll also see J.C. Ford, the senior, number 19. He's more of the running quarterback. He has run for a couple of touchdowns this year for DeLaSalle. Drogosh, a tall and lanky guy, 3-sport athlete at DeLaSalle, and he's coming out leading the troops on the field to begin tonight.
I was telling them 1 second.
Week 1, DeLaSalle in their overtime loss to Brother Rice scored 25 points. Week 2, 21 points. That was a victory against St. Mary's. Tonight, they face a stern, stingy CCD. First play of the game, Drogosh off play action, rolling left, away from the pressure. Now he flips it, got a guy wide open. A good start for DeLaSalle. That's a first down across the 45-yard line. They found Devin Schmelter, number 18. We'll see a bunch of DeLaSalle Pilots in the receiving rotation. Schmelter, the junior, just made the catch. And on the first play of the game, the DeLaSalle Pilots move the sticks. We've just started from CC, 15 seconds in. Stanley's first carry, and he can't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Catholic Central defensive line swallows him. When you talk to the coaching staff, headlined by Dan Anderson, the fourth-year head man, he loves this D-line. Field, Baydoun, Massey, and Dewan, the starters. They'll rotate some guys in throughout the night. Second down and 11 for DeLaSalle, opening moment of the game, no score. Drogosh off play action, flipping it out far side. Catch made for a couple. Jack Janicic makes the catch. Sophomore for DeLaSalle. He's one of multiple DeLaSalle Pilots who play for multiple DeLaSalle teams. He's also on the basketball team. 3rd and 6 for DeLaSalle. Stanley the back on Drogosh's right in the shotgun. Drogosh running all the way right. Check it. That's J.C. Ford with the ball, and he's got the first down up to the 40. Drogosh is the passer. Ford is the rusher. They'll both play quarterback, but when J.C., the senior, is in the game, he's probably going to be running the football. Coming up on 10 minutes to go, first quarter, opening drive of the game. 1st and 10 for DeLaSalle. Ford running, and he can't avoid all the Shamrocks coming to greet him. There was initially surge on the defensive line. Finally, Jackson Ewald makes the stop, and it's going to be 2nd down and long. So after the loss of 3, which makes it 2nd and 13, Ford will stay in the game. Again, JC is the running quarterback for DeLaSalle, and you know the Shamrocks are on top of that. He runs again up the middle, gets his way back to the original line of scrimmage before a couple of Shamrocks bring him down again. Field, Ewald on the stop, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Opening moments of the 76th annual Boys Bowl game. 3rd down and 10 coming up for DeLaSalle, opening drive of the game. 9 minutes remaining, first quarter, still scoreless. Still a limited crowd in attendance tonight. They're making some noise. Drogosh is the quarterback. He's looking to throw. Down the middle. It's caught. Ball is out. Then it's picked up. And DeLaSalle gets an early break. They're inside the red zone. Devin Schmelter made the catch. Then it was fumbled. Then it was picked up by Tristan Nichols. And DeLaSalle has a 1st down and 10. They're going to have to bring the ball back because you can't advance the fumble. I'll be honest with you. I think if we watched a replay of that play, I don't think Schmelter ever had that football. I think he caught the ball, took one step, didn't make that quote-unquote football move. Maybe it should have been an incomplete pass. Either way, DeLaSalle catches a break, and this drive continues. Dan Roan, their new head coach, their first-year head coach, has implemented a hurry-up offense. Here they're patient. Figure we got to be patient after that break, right? 1st down and 10. To give. Stanley trying the right side. Dewan slowed him up, and he's pushed out of bounds for maybe a gain back to the line of scrimmage. That'll briefly stop the clock. 8:13 to go, first quarter. DeLaSalle still on drive number 1 in this game. It's a pilot offense that enters tonight looking to come unglued just a bit. Dan Roan, their head coach, when we talked to him this week, was looking for growth in his offense this week. On 2nd down, Drogosh dropping back, looking deep. It's overthrown and picked off by the Shamrocks. Coming back the other way, Sam Dursa with room to run, and he's down at the 43. Little bit of a Jordan shrug from Sam Dursa after that pick. He's a ball hawk. He keeps finding it. The senior team captain has a touchdown catch this year at Father Elmer Stadium, and tonight he's got a pick. So the Shamrock D tested early, and they hold firm. Now here comes the offense, headlined by junior quarterback Declan Bile, who's thrown for 4 touchdowns this year. First play of the game, it's a power pitch to Mo Jafer. Running right, gains a couple, but there's a flag, usually where there is holding. So let's watch that.
Paul Kelleher, flag on the play.
Waiting for our official signal on that flag. Shamrocks were trying to run a power pitch to the right side to begin this game. It's the right side of the line anchored by Boston Meisner and Tommy Grace, a couple of seniors. Danny Turek, the senior center in the middle of that offensive line. Gavin Nafso and Bruno Guberinic on the left side of the line. So after the penalty, it turns into a first down and long for CC, officially first down and 21. No score opening drive of the game. In case you're just joining us, Sam Dursa just picked one off for CC. Trying it again with Jafer, spun out of an initial tackle, and then he was greeted in the backfield with another flag flying.
Spun around in reverse field. Flag on the play.
It's a CC offense that has looked pretty good throughout the first couple of weeks of the season, but tonight they're going in reverse. It's a personal foul on the Shamrocks.
Personal foul on the Shamrocks is the call.
So this is going to push the offense even further back. It once was 1st and 10. Then it was 1st and 21. The line to gain still remains in DeLaSalle territory at the 47-yard line. But now the Shamrocks have a first down from their 14.
39.
Do the math with you, everybody. That's 36 plus 3. Here is a good old-fashioned first down and 39. I did the math wrong. Bile throwing on 1st and 39, looking for Dursa. It's incomplete. Every playbook's got a lot of plays in it. I don't know what play call you have for 1st and 39. They just tried the 1st and 39 call. 7:06 remaining first quarter. Shamrocks on their first drive of the game. On DeLaSalle's first drive of the game a few minutes ago, Sam Dursa picked off Brady Drogosh's pass. Two juniors in this shotgun formation. Bile the quarterback, Jafer the running back. 3 wide receivers set. Bile's got the snap, setting up a screen on 2nd and 39. It's caught by Mo Jafer. Look at all this room for Mo Jafer. Tight roping down the near sideline. And somehow, Catholic Central is going to get a 3rd down and manageable after 2nd down and 39. Finally pushed out of bounds by Matthew Bouchon. This is the most welcome 3rd and 9 that the CC coaching staff will ever have in their life. Scoreless ball game, just under 7 minutes remaining, first quarter. Bile dropping back, firing near side, it's incomplete. Broken up by Stanley. Check it, that was Will Beasley on the coverage. The middle linebacker dropping back to cover Sam Dursa. It's 4th down, and the Shamrocks are punting. Menser will punt after a drive that was going in the wrong direction for a while there for CC. Brett Stanley, the lone guy back deep to receive the punt for the Pilots. Bad snap. Menser picks it up. It's blocked. Free on the turf. Picked up by DeLaSalle. And Menser makes a touchdown-saving tackle. That was Tyler Gerling who picked up the free football. Snap was a little high. Charlie couldn't get it off. And the Pilots are primed to open the scoring. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for DeLaSalle on the 13-yard line of the Shamrocks. 6:43 remaining first quarter. It's a Pilots offense that just threw a pick on their last possession. Here they come back on the field. The quarterback who threw the interception, Brady Drogosh, is not in the game. J.C. Ford, the senior, is in now. He's their running quarterback. He's running all the way here. Little surge up the middle. He's inside the 10 to the 8. And it's 2nd and 5. If you're a Shamrock fan out there watching, pay attention to the CC defensive line surge tonight. That's what helped them neutralize Brother Rice last week. Brother Rice did have a couple of touchdown passes in the game, but the D-line for the Shamrocks was big all night. 2nd down and 5, the give. Stanley breaks a tackle, racing left toward the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, DeLaSalle. Brett Stanley, the senior. He's the bell cow for the Pilots. A great run, evading the initial tackle and powering his way home after that. And in the 76th annual Boys Bowl, it's the visitors who strike first.
Had a man to beat late, able to extend in, and be just right on cue, right? When you have two talented.
Brady Lowe, the junior, on to tack on the extra point. He's also on the soccer team for DeLaSalle, and that kick is perfect. It's a 3-pronged kicking attack for DeLaSalle. You don't see that every day. Brady Lowe kicks the extra points. Cody Cummins kicks the kickoffs, and Michael Bucci is the punter. Sometimes teams have one guy handle all of the kicking. DeLaSalle has passed off that opportunity to 3 different guys. So it's DeLaSalle off to the 7-0 lead. Credit to the Pilots. They stave off the early interception they threw, holding CC off the board in their initial drive, taking advantage of a mishap on special teams for CC, and scoring a couple plays later. Big 96, Cody Cummins to kick it deep for DeLaSalle. Good kick. It's briefly dropped around the 5-yard line. Sam Dursa picks it up. Couple of moves, and he's down at the 25-yard line. It's a good tackle on special teams by Javon Williams for DeLaSalle. He's their sophomore defensive back. All right, chance number 2 for CC. In case you're just joining us, drive number 1 was going in the wrong direction, to say the least. The first 2 drives of the game, the first 2 plays of the game were penalties for CC, and it turned into a 1st and 39. Eventually, CC had to punt. Here's drive number 2. Biles in the shotgun. Bad snap. Loose on the ground. DeLaSalle thinks they have it again. Shamrocks did fall on that football. It's a loss for CC. Officially call it 4, and a 2nd and 14 is coming up. DeLaSalle off to the 7-0 lead on Brett Stanley's touchdown run from 8 yards out. Shamrocks have got the ball, but this offense has struggled so far tonight. Here's 2nd down and 14. Bile, off play action, throws, and it is incomplete. Looking for Sam Dursa over the middle. He was trying to sit down in the middle of the zone coverage, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd and long. Clock's frozen, 5:07 to go, first quarter. Wherever you're watching, however you're watching tonight, thank you for joining us on this Boys Bowl live stream. Shamrocks coming in at 2-0, but they're trailing 7-0 just about halfway into this first quarter. On 3rd and 14, Bile throwing. It's caught, but a great tackle made in open space. Stanley, the touchdown guy, just made the tackle, and it's 4th down coming up for CC. Brady Blakita made the catch coming out of the backfield. We're big fans of alliteration in this broadcast booth. Brady Blakita. Just a gain of 4, turns into 4th down and 10. And now if you're a CC fan, you got to watch this snap. The last snap was a little bit high. Charlie Menser, the punter, couldn't bring it down, and DeLaSalle pounced on the football. Snap a little high again, but Charlie catches it. No problems this time. Stanley makes the catch, and he's going nowhere. Jaron Sennett, the senior, 30-on-30 crime. He tackles Stanley right in his tracks. And the Pilots will start their drive at the 41.
Brought down the play by number 30, Jaron Sennett. Brings up the DeLaSalle first down.
Pilots coming back on the football field. 7-0 they lead, 4:15 remaining first quarter. J.C. Ford remains the quarterback for DeLaSalle. We call him a quarterback, but really every time he's in the game, he's running the ball. He hasn't thrown once yet tonight. Faked the throw that time, running up the middle, and he barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Bruno Guberinic in on the stop for CC. Bruno's a big dude. 6'5", 265. He's committed to go play his college ball at Grand Valley. It's a 2nd down and 10 for DeLaSalle. Ford remains in the game. Stanley the running back, 4 wide receivers in the formation. They give it to Stanley, and he gains a couple. Sean Field makes the tackle. 3rd down and long coming up for the Pilots. Under 3.5 to go, first quarter. CC trailing DeLaSalle 7-0. Pilots scored the only touchdown of this game a couple of minutes ago on an 8-yard touchdown run from Brett Stanley. Senior running back has been the focal point of the DeLaSalle offense, not just tonight, but the entire year. Drogosh in the game. That means DeLaSalle's throwing it. Zip down the middle. Broken up, incomplete. Oh, they want a flag. I don't think they're going to get it. Good D from Jackson Ewald breaking up that pass. Will Beasley, the guy who got up, looked around, was waiting for some yellow laundry and couldn't find it. After the great breakup on 4th and 8, DeLaSalle will punt it. Michael Bucci is back deep to punt it. It's fitting, a guy named Bucci is also on the hockey team. He gets it away. Pretty good punt. Takes a Pilot's bounce. Dursa lets it bounce. And DeLaSalle downs it at the 25-yard line. So give credit to the Shamrocks D. They get a stop. And now the score remains 7-0 DeLaSalle. Shamrocks have the football back. 2:48 remaining in the first quarter. While we've got a second, all of us here at CC want to thank the following community partners for their generous support of the 76th Annual Boys Bowl happening here in 2020. Cadillac and Novi is the #1 Cadillac dealership in the nation. They're a proud sponsor of CC Athletics. High snap, Bile brings it down on 1st and 10. Jafer breaking tackles, spinning across the 30-yard line, and it sets up a 2nd down and short for the Shamrocks. Tyler Gurling, the senior defensive back, finally brought down the shifty Mo Jafer. 5'10", 185-pound junior. Ran for 70 yards in the win at Brother Rice last week. 2nd down and a long 2 for CC. Down by 7, 2 minutes remaining first quarter. Bile gives Connor Bell for the first time, and he's awfully close to that 1st down marker at the 35-yard line. Right away, the officials move the chains. Connor Bell last week only carried it 8 times and only gained 16 yards, but he gained the biggest yards of the game. Ran for the game-clinching 1st down with under 2 minutes to go, and it clinched the win for CC at Brother Rice. The Shamrocks have won 6 in a row against Brother Rice. That is a new series high all time. First and 10, Shamrocks keeping it on the ground, and it doesn't work that time. Bell was wrangled down in the backfield. A blitzing Paul Kelliker coming across the line makes the tackle, and it's second down and 11 for CC. 1:25 and counting remaining first quarter. DeLaSalle leading 7-0 on a chilly but otherwise awesome night for football here in Nova. Second and 11, Bile kept it himself, and he's blown up in the backfield. Will Beasley gets him. The junior linebacker racing up the middle. Bell and Bile were running a fake. Bile was trying to sneak it right out of the grasp of Bell, but didn't quite work for the Shamrocks there. It's third down and long. Coming up on 40 seconds remaining first quarter, it's a third down and 13 for CC, trailing 7-0. Bile drops, trying to set up a screen. It wasn't there. Declan keeps it himself and gains what he can. He's down short of the 40, and this is going to be a punting scenario for CC. Three drives and 3 punts for CC. Charlie Menser will punt it away. Brett Stanley, the guy back deep for DeLaSalle. Perfect snap. Charlie sends it away. This is a high, booming hanger. Brett races back, catches inside the 20. Brett Stanley dipping and dancing, and he's bounced out of bounds just short of the 25. DeLaSalle starts their drive deep in their own territory. 15 seconds remaining first quarter, so likely this will be the final play of the first quarter unless something interesting happens. 7-0 Pilots lead as we wind down the first quarter. Brady Drogosh is the quarterback coming on the field for DeLaSalle. The Pilots cycle through 2 different quarterbacks. They have their senior J.C. Ford, who's a runner, and the sophomore Drogosh, who is a passer. He has thrown an interception tonight. Throwing here, zips it down the middle, and it's caught for a DeLaSalle first down. Devin Schmelter makes his second catch of the evening. And on their first play of this next drive, DeLaSalle moves the sticks. Brady Drogosh, a 3-sport athlete for DeLaSalle. He also plays hoops. He also plays baseball. That time he zipped a fastball right down the middle. And DeLaSalle leads 7-0 as we've ended the first quarter in the 76th annual Boys Bowl game. We're having some technical difficulties. We'll be back in just about 10 seconds. Hang tight, don't go anywhere. Guys, we good? About to start the second quarter here in the 76th annual Boys Bowl game. Glad you're joining us on this live stream through YouTube tonight. Evan Stockton with you, class of 2014. Wherever you're watching, however you're watching, thanks for hanging out with us on this Saturday night. All right, so it's DeLaSalle 7-0 as we start the second quarter. Brett Stanley has the only touchdown of this game. It's a running touchdown for DeLaSalle. He's the running back in this formation. Brady Drogosh, the quarterback. Brady keeps rolling left, escapes the trouble, and throws incomplete. That was a bit of a Houdini act by Brady just to escape all of that pressure. Pretty much make something out of nothing. While we've got a second, got to thank one of our community partners in this 2020 Boys Bowl, Oren Jewelers, the official jeweler of Catholic Central High School. They're a proud sponsor of CC Athletics. They're consolidating their Garden City operations to their Northville location very soon. Visit that Garden City location for some fantastic deals at Oren Jewelers. 6 seconds gone, second quarter. DeLaSalle up 7-0. It's a 2nd down and 10. Low snap. Drogosh brings it in, setting up the screen. Stanley makes the catch. Shamrocks had that red all the way. Pilots do gain about 6. It sets up a 3rd down and medium. Michael Baydoun, the junior, had that thing dead to rights the entire way. Michael leads the team with 2 sacks entering play tonight. This could be a passing scenario here for DeLaSalle. Michael could pin up his ears and rush the quarterback here. 3rd and 4 for DeLaSalle. Shamrocks showing pressure. They back off for a second. Drogosh, the sophomore quarterback, operating the troops at the line. Loading it up, going deep, down the far sideline. Jump ball, incomplete. Jack Janacek, the sophomore, was going up against good coverage from Sam Dursa. Could not haul it in. A juggling catch that couldn't be made in bounds. And the slugfest continues. It's the Pilots' turn to punt. If you've grown up watching Catholic League football in Metro Detroit, a good old-fashioned slugfest is developing here. Any thoughts of a 45-35 game? I think it still happen. Anything's possible, but I think we're going to get points at a premium tonight. Bucci punts it away. Dursa races back, lets it bounce. That's a poor decision. Sam's got to pick it up inside the 5. Dursa does get across the 10, and he's tackled at the 14-yard line. So, credit to Sam, making something out of what was a really tricky situation. But when they watch the film tomorrow, I think the coaches are going to tell Sam, got to pick that one up before it bounces to the 1. CC has the football back, trailing 7-0 with 10:43 remaining in the first half. Declan Bile, the quarterback, coming back out. He'll have a new running back behind him in the pistol to start this drive. It's Spencer Lyons, the sophomore. Scored a touchdown against Harper Woods in week 1. Spencer's running it here, and he trudges his way across the 15 up to the 17 or 18-yard line. Spencer Lyons listed at 6'2", 195. The emphasis there is on listed. Spencer says he runs a 4.6 40, and he's only a sophomore. 2nd down 6 for CC, trailing 7-0. Bile, the quarterback, has got the snap, pumping, throwing. Good catch made in traffic. Billy Morphew's got the first down. The junior makes the juggling catch across the middle. Bile's got a good one complete. And the Shamrocks can move the sticks, which has been a rare occurrence so far tonight. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Shamrocks looking for a drive that could tie the game. Lyons remains the running back. They give it to him, and Spencer gains about a yard. That's it. We've been given the praise tonight to CC's defensive line, but we can't forget about DeLaSalle's line. Said Paul Kelliker's name tonight. Noah Dobbs, Dylan Weaver in the middle. Mason Moragan, one of the other defensive linemen, in the starting spot tonight for DeLaSalle. Good surge on that play, and it stopped Lyons in his tracks. 2nd down and 9 for CC. 9 minutes remaining, first half. Bile dropping back, pumps, throws, and hit the back of an offensive lineman. It's incomplete. I think that hit the backside of Boston Meisner. So now it becomes 3rd down and long. Declan Bile last week in the win at Brother Rice had a couple of long touchdown passes. One to Sam Dursa, one to Owen Semp. He also threw a couple of interceptions. And tonight, this CC offensive attack, which has looked good in the first 2 weeks, has struggled. Here's 3rd and 9. Bile, with all the time in the world, down the middle, incomplete. That was a wobbly football, a little bit behind Dursa. Tyler Gerling had excellent defensive coverage, and CC's got a punt again.
Well, Jeremy, the biggest point of question, for the Pilots was how is their secondary going to handle the passing attack of Catholic Central? To this point,
Charlie Menser on for the 4th time today. Not sure if he punted 4 total times in the first 2 weeks. He has been busy tonight. No problems with the snap. Great punt. Stanley fields inside the 35. Brett setting up his blockers. Good patient return. And DeLaSalle has good starting field position again. This time just short of the 45. There's an extremely late flag on the field, too. That flag was thrown while the CC defense was coming back on the field. Always interesting to keep an eye on something like that. They roll a block in the back on DeLaSalle. So the Pilots are moving backwards, and that good starting field position they were going to have is not going to be quite as good. They still lead 7-0. With 8:40 remaining in the second quarter. Again, we have to thank our community partners during this 2020 Boys Bowl game. Success Mortgage Partners, whether you're purchasing your first home, refinancing your home, or consolidating debt, Success Mortgage Partners has the expertise to make it a fast, easy, and affordable process. Success Mortgage Partners, they're a proud sponsor of CC Athletics. And in case you were wondering, Success Mortgage Partners credentials, 2 of the founders of SMP are CC alums, Vince Lee and Owen Lee. They're also my papa and my uncle. Had to make sure I got that in. It's going to be a 1st down and 10 for DeLaSalle. Officially, they'll start at their 36 after that block in the back penalty. Drogosh is the quarterback to start the game. Again, in case you're just joining us, Brady is the passing quarterback for DeLaSalle. He has found success through the air at times tonight, but he also threw an interception on the first drive of the game. Shane's Ward in the right spot. We had to move him back. It's actually going to be 1st down and 10 at the 31 of DeLaSalle. Drogosh gives, Stanley runs for maybe a yard. Uberinic was in there. Ewald was in there. And it's 2nd down and 9 coming for DeLaSalle. Clock slowly ticking toward 8 minutes remaining in the first half. DeLaSalle scored a touchdown in the first quarter on the ground with Brett Stanley. And so far, it's holding up. Second down and 9. Drogosh has his pass tipped. Dangerous play. It's incomplete. That got tipped at the line. The big mitts of the CC defensive line putting their hands up and knocking it down. Here comes 3rd down. 7:58 to go first half. 7-0 DeLaSalle. 76th annual Boys Bowl game. It's early. It's still the first half. This is a big play. 3rd down and 9 for the Pilots. Drogosh, off play action, rolling left, throwing near side. It's caught for the 1st down. Tristan Nichols, the sophomore, climbing the ladder to catch it. And on a 3rd and long, the Pilots move the sticks. Drogosh rolling left. You can see why the offensive staff for DeLaSalle is intrigued and encouraged by this sophomore quarterback. He has a great arm. J.C. Ford replaces him. He's the running quarterback, running all the way right. A big gainer for J.C. He's into the open field and tackled inside the red zone. Just a simple power play right for DeLaSalle, and that thing worked to perfection. The Pilots, for the third time today, are inside the Catholic Central red zone. The first time they were there, they threw a pick. The second time they were there, they scored a touchdown. What does time number 3 bring? Pilots up 7-0. 7.5 to go first half. Marching again. Ford running again. With room again. Bouncing off blockers. He's got another first down. The line to gain was the 10. It's marked inside the 10 at the 9. I guess not. Initially, they ruled a second down. Okay, there we go. We've got the chains fixed. It's a 1st and goal for DeLaSalle. That's the good news. The bad news is it's about as long of a 1st and goal to go as you can get. It's barely inside the 10. Ford running, and he lowers his shoulder down to the 5-yard line. Looked like Braden Corser made the play there for CC. Number 82, Connor Cohen, was in on the stop as well. Shamrock starting to shuffle through this D, getting fresh bodies out there. 6.5 to go. First half. Second down, goal to go for DeLaSalle. Up 7-0, looking for more. They're the guests in this Boys Bowl game, and so far they have just been rude guests. Ford remains the quarterback. Low snap, had to eat it. He's tackled for a big loss. Gavin O'Neill makes the tackle for CC. And now that 3rd and goal, instead of being around the 5, is 3rd and goal from the 12. That's a big strategic thing, too, for DeLaSalle, because now they bring the throwing quarterback in the game, Brady Drogosh. 5:45 and counting to go. First half. DeLaSalle up 7-0. Here comes another big play. It's 3rd down and goal. Hard count, and the Shamrocks don't bite. 4 wide receiver set. Brett Stanley is the lone running back. Take 2 on the hard count. Shamrocks don't bite again, and DeLaSalle is forced to burn their first timeout of the first half. 5:17 to go. First half, 7-0 DeLaSalle, and we have got a monster play coming up after this timeout. We have to thank a community partner during this 2020 Boys Bowl game, America United Realty of Novi. Call the Wilson team and talk to a Shamrock before you buy and before you sell. They're a proud supporter of Catholic Central. Also, we have to thank Joe's Produce, Gourmet Market, and Catering. They're a local landmark since 1945. They opened 1 year after the Boys Bowl tradition started. Joe's sells the area's finest produce, meats, seafood, and breads. Joe's, they're a proud sponsor of all things Catholic Central. Shamrock D is raring to go. They're back in the field. Here comes the DeLaSalle offense. This has been a long drive that started deep in their own territory. It's a drive that continued when the Shamrock D could not get off the field on a 3rd and 9. Here's 3rd and goal from just inside the 12. Drogosh throwing all the way. Looks right. Throws right. It's incomplete. He had a guy wide open. It was Tristan Nichols, the sophomore receiver, who caught that pass on 3rd and 9. This time, Drogosh overshot him, and the Pilots will attempt a field goal. Brady Lowe is the kicker for DeLaSalle. He's a junior. He's also on the soccer team. This is going to be a 28-yarder from the middle of the field. If he makes it, it's 10-0 DeLaSalle. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. Brady Lowe knocks it through. The Pilots couldn't punch it in for 6, but they do get 3. And the Shamrocks are facing their largest deficit of the season. It's 10-0 DeLaSalle. 4 offensive possessions for CC tonight, and they've all ended in punts. Drive number 5 is coming up in a moment. You've been hearing our advertisements for community partners tonight throughout our Boys Bowl game. If you're interested in advertising your business's name on the scoreboard here at CC or on the barricades on the field, you can call the CC Advancement Office for more information and more details. Everything you could want is via CatholicCentral.com. .net. Not for profit. 5:08 to go, first half. DeLaSalle just kicked a field goal and made it 10-0. Cody Cummins kicks it deep. It's a bouncing kick that the Shamrocks have to pick up inside the 5-yard line. Good block of the 15, and that's where the Pilots will wrangle down Chris Goebel. CC starting deep in their own territory. All right, here's drive number 5 for CC. Whatever they tried tonight, they can't come unglued. I guess that first drive was just an omen of bad things to come, because on the first drive they had consecutive penalties that turned it into a 1st down and 39. And ever since, CC's offense has not looked quite as good as they had the first 2 weeks. Trying to start something with Mo Jafer, running right, and he gains a few. DeLaSalle swarming to the football there. Beasley helped to push him out of bounds. Tyler Gurling there as well. And it'll be a 2nd down and 6 for CC. 4:54 remaining, first half. DeLaSalle just kicked a 28-yard field goal to make it 10-0. Shamrocks looking for some sort of offensive momentum. Bile giving, Jafer running, and he gains a couple more. Spot him at the 22. The line to gain's the 25, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Jafer last week at Brother Rice. 12 carries, 59 yards. Both of the Shamrock touchdowns last week were passing touchdowns. They do have a rushing touchdown this year. Spencer Lyons scored in week 1. 3rd and 3, Jafer runs again. Mo stays on his feet. He's got the Shamrock 1st down and a lot of more yards. Tackled across the 40. Finally tripped up in the open field. Noah Dobbs made the stop. Shamrocks keeping it on the ground. This looks like Boys Bowls from the past. It's going to be 1st down and 10 CC. Clock winding toward 4 minutes remaining, first half. The Shamrocks, in case you're wondering, will get the ball to start the second half. Right now they're trailing 10-0. Bile, play action, stepping up in the pocket, zips it near side, and it's caught by Connor Cohan. A little bit behind him, tight end held on. Stanley made the stop. 2nd down and 1 is up next. Shamrocks have crossed into DeLaSalle territory for the first time tonight. After the 9-yard catch by the junior tight end Cohan, Shamrocks have a 2nd and short. Cohan caught a big touchdown in week 1 at the end of the first half against Harper Woods. It gave the Shamrocks the breathing room they needed in a game they won 21-12. 2nd and 1, giving it to Jafer. He's got a first down and a few more yards to boot. Slipping a tackle across the 40. He's across the 35-yard line. Mo Jafer slipped the first hit, found some more green turf. Gurling finally got him. This drive for CC is humming. It's 1st and 10. Clock at 3 minutes and counting, first half. Shamrocks may have the chance to go 2 for 1. Score here, get the ball to start the second half. Jafer runs, couldn't escape the pilot plunge right there. It's a loss of 3. Whole host of pilots helped to bring him down. Matthew Bouchon, one of the guys who finally made the stop. 10-0 DeLaSalle. Shamrocks on the move. This has been their best drive of the game. 2nd down and 13. 2:20 and counting to go first half. Long time to wait before the play. Flag flies. It's not going to be a penalty in terms of yards on CC. There was a sideline warning. Your 2nd down coming up. Bile fakes, throws, caught, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and medium. Bile took a pop on that throw. Will Beasley was there to greet him. Pass was complete to Brady Blakita. It's going to be a 3rd down with the ball spotted at the 25. It's a 3rd down and 6. Ball spotted at the 29, I beg your pardon. Shamrocks have not used a timeout yet. 1:44 and counting to go first half. They have all 3 timeouts left, down by 10. Here comes 3rd down for the Shamrock O. Bile, quick drop, throwing, got it caught. Michael Ramirez broke a tackle. He's into the open field and into the end zone. We were waiting for the offense to come unglued. It has. Bile back in the groove. The junior finds the senior, and the Shamrocks are inching closer. There's Bile's 5th touchdown of the year. Before the extra point can be attempted, the play is stopped. Here comes take number 2 on Menser's PAT. Hasn't missed one yet this year. He still hasn't. The momentum the Shamrocks needed, they just got. What an impressive drive that started at their own 15-yard line. They march 85 yards, capped off by the 29-yard touchdown. Bile to Ramirez. The senior Michael Ramirez has his first touchdown catch of the season. So now we turn our attention to what the Pilots can do on this drive. 1:26 still remaining. They have 2 timeouts. But remember, this is a Pilots offense that when they're humming, they do it by running the ball, not throwing. When they've tried to throw tonight, they've thrown an interception. Brett Stanley, one of the guys back deep for DeLaSalle to return this kick. Matthew Bouchon is the other guy with him. On a DeLaSalle team that is populated by underclassmen, you have two seniors back there returning kicks. Menser sends it away. Wobbling kick that is fielded by Stanley at the goal line. That was strange. Stanley lost the football, and it popped right back in his hands. If you're a Pilot fan, you're thinking, oh boy. So Stanley, who elected to field the kick at the goal line, nearly fumbles, dodges the danger there. And now here comes this DeLaSalle drive, which is probably going to be their final drive of the first half. They have 79 seconds to play with. 1 minute and 19 seconds for those of you who can't do the math in your heads, which is okay, I often can. This may be a clue of where the Pilots are trying to go on this possession. The running quarterback is in. It's J.C. Ford running right, picked his way across the right side of the line and gained a couple. Each team has a bunch of timeouts left. DeLaSalle has 2. CC has 3. Drogosh now comes in the game, so DeLaSalle will try to throw it. That's the good news. The bad news is they're taking a ton of time here. There's 50 seconds and counting to go in the half. They're sitting on a 10-7 lead and in no hurry to snap the ball. On 2nd and 6, Drogosh is running for the first time today, and he just got popped. That's a lot of arms and legs who just got driven to the turf. Cameron Davenport sumos Drogosh down. Cam used to wrestle. That was a wrestling takedown. 2 points. DeLaSalle with 10 seconds and counting in the first half may take one final shot. The Shamrocks are going to go into the locker room with all 3 timeouts in their back pocket. Drogosh lofts it up, and Dursa picks it off. I don't know what he was doing there. Dursa just picked him off for the second time. That's the good news for CC, but the bad news is the clock has run out on the first half. Well, last week CC never trailed, but it was a dramatic win against the longtime rival, the Brother Rice Warriors. This week we've got some drama again. On a Saturday night in early October, what more could you want? It's 10-7 DeLaSalle at the end of the first half. Second half will start in just about 15 minutes. We're going to take a break. Come on back with us after that.
stats before you go back on?
All right, almost time to start the second half. The 76th annual Boys Bowl game has been a defensive slugfest so far. It's 10-7 DeLaSalle. The Pilots jumped out in front with a touchdown on the ground with Brett Stanley in the first quarter, added a second quarter, 28-yard field goal from Brady Lowe that made it 10-0 DeLaSalle, and then the Shamrocks offense, which to start this game had 4 drives that all ended in punts. Drive number 5 was great. 29-yard touchdown pass. Bile finds Michael Ramirez, the senior class president, into the end zone for the first time this year. And the Shamrocks are getting to football as we start the second half. Evan Stockton back with you, class of 2014. And I know there's lots of alums out there watching, listening tonight. Lots of future alums watching the game. Right behind us in the parking lot, there's a giant movie-style screen. They're streaming the audio, and this one's for them. All right, guys, outside, need a little bit of noise as we start the second half. Come on. Cody Cummins is going to kick it deep for Warren DeLaSalle. Big number 96, kicking it away to the Shamrocks. Down 10-7 as we start the second half. Goebel on the return for CC. Chris waiting for a block. He got it. Good return across the 30. Oh boy, and we got a late shove from a Shamrock. That is going to push the offense back.
I don't know if we're getting any audio.
Very late shove from Connor Cohan, number 82. Very late, Connor Cohan had a shove, and what was going to be a return up around the 32, 33-yard line is now going to be pushed back inside the 20. So that late shove from Cohan, not only is that going to push the Shamrocks back on this drive, I know for a fact it's going to get them in the doghouse. Shamrock offense, which scored on their last possession, trying to do it again here, but they're going to have to march a long way down that football field. The ball is officially spotted at the 18-yard line. In the first half, CC found some success throwing it late in the half. They finished with 82 yards passing in that first half, 51 yards on the ground. Mo Jafer started to unlock the offense with some running plays later on in that first half, too. Just 4 first downs in the first half for CC. Again, their first 4 drives, they punted. But drive number 5 yielded a touchdown. Drive number 6 starting right now. Biles back on his left is Mo Jafer. Connor Cohan, the guy who just committed the penalty, is in the game. He's in the slot, far side of your screen. Give. Jafer running right. Good run. Lowering his shoulder. Tackled just short of the 25. Mo Jafer had to ascend into the starting running back spot for CC after, unfortunately, Danny Scott was lost to an injury in week 1. We've seen some Spencer Lyons. We've seen some Connor Bell, but Mo Jafer has been the big guy in the backfield tonight. Bile hard counts on 2nd and 4. We've just started the second half, about a minute in. It's 10-7 DeLaSalle. Biles in the same formation as last play, back on his left. Cohan motions across the formation. They're running it behind him. Jafer sheds a tackler, got a first down, and he drags a couple of Pilot tacklers up to the 35.
Blocker number 67, Tommy Grace. Brought down the play.
Mo Jafer, couple of good runs to start the drive for CC. Yes, this is an offense that doesn't run the tight T anymore, but it is an offense that still likes to assert its dominance on the ground. First down and 10. Power pitch left. Jafer running again. Patient run. And then he's pummeled. Great tackle in the open field. Jaden Conklin. You talk about pad level. He won the battle that time. And it's second down and long. Opening drive of the second half. 10-20 and counting to go, third quarter, 10-7 Pilots. Second down and 8 is coming for CC. It's an offense that is led by offensive coordinator Kevin Glenn. Former QB at Detroit DePours, played in the Canadian Football League. He now works at the school, along with coaching. Second and 8. Jafer runs again. Found a little bit of a crease. He's up to the 41. It's going to be third down and medium. So far tonight, Shamrocks have a 29-yard touchdown catch from Michael Ramirez. Billy Morphew's made a nice catch. Dursa's made a catch. Haven't heard from Cameron Davenport yet. Had a monster week last week. Cam had 5 catches for 88 yards in the win at Brother Rice. Will they go to him here on third down? He is the nearest wide receiver on your screen, number 17. Bile awaiting the snap. He's got it. Looking right. Going down the middle. Oh, and he missed his open guy. Dursa was wide open, working on Matt Bouchon, the linebacker. But Biles' pass was a little bit behind him, and it's fourth down. No doubt about it, Declan Bile is a talented quarterback. There's still room to grow for the junior, and that's one of those passes that he will complete more often than not. Menser on to punt. Brett Stanley back deep. Menser gets it away. Stanley fumbles the ball, picks it up, and he's swallowed. Brett Stanley fumbled his last kickoff return. He just fumbled the punt return. Adam Natosi, one of the guys to make the tackle for CC, number 446. And DeLaSalle will start after the stop of the Shamrocks at their own 29. 8:54 to go, third quarter. It's 10-7 DeLaSalle. Again, in case you're just joining us, and we appreciate you joining us on this Saturday night. DeLaSalle jumped out to a 10-0 lead on a Brett Stanley touchdown run and a field goal kicked by Brady Lowe. J.C. Ford, the quarterback here, he's running right, and he gains a handful of more yards for DeLaSalle. J.C. Ford, the senior, number 19, when he's in the game, DeLaSalle is probably running. He has not thrown it once yet tonight. When number 12, Brady Drogosh, is in the game, the Pilots are probably throwing it. Ford remains the quarterback on second down and 7. Darting up the middle, and he's tackled from behind. That was Bruno Guberinovic on the stop. Guberinic, beg your pardon. And third down and about 5 is coming up. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. 76th annual Boys Bowl. This is a big play. Ford gives, Stanley running, slipped out of one tackle, Tightrope the sideline and got the first down for DeLaSalle. What an awesome run by Brett Stanley.
Pushed out of bounds at the 40.
Stanley, the senior, picked up his first offer this week from Dayton. He's a three-sport guy. He plays baseball and he wrestles. Right there, he showed off his elusive running ability. And DeLaSalle, which they've done a bunch tonight, moves the sticks on third down. Pilots up 10-7. 7:45 remaining third quarter. Ford fakes, runs, and he's stonewalled just short of the 50-yard line. Again, we're talking about pad level. He didn't win the battle that time with Jackson Ewald. Jackson makes the stop. Ewald was all over the place last week. He made 9 tackles in the win at Brother Rice. Shamrocks won last week against their big rival, the Warriors, 17-12. That's their 6th straight win against Brother Rice. Ford keeps, and he's going nowhere. He lost a yard. Wrapped up by Sean Fields. And third down and about 6 is coming up. This has been a problem area for CC's defense tonight. Warren DeLaSalle has done an awesome job with converting on third downs. 6:40 and counting third quarter. Here comes another third down for the Pilots. Crowd making noise, not just in the stands, but behind us watching the game in the parking lot. Drogosh to throw, zips it far side. It's caught near the line to gain. DeLaSalle does it again. That's Jack Janicic, sophomore to sophomore. Drogosh finds his classmate, and the Pilots, for the second time on this drive, get a first down on third down. We're halfway through the third quarter, 6 minutes and counting to go. 10-7 DeLaSalle, and they're moving the ball again. Drogosh off play action, flips it near side, got it caught. Alton McCullum first down. Awfully close to it anyway. Sure looked like he gained the first down. And hang on just a minute, as he was getting up, he just shoved Sam Dursa to the turf. Second down and short. And Alton got away with pushing Sam Dursa down to the turf. Second down and short. Drogosh on 2nd and 1, rolling into a sack. Connor Dewan got him. The 6'2" senior. His second sack of the season. His second sack in as many weeks. And DeLaSalle has third down and long. After the big-time sack, it's going to be 3rd and 12. DeLaSalle 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. Up 10-7, 4.5 to counting to go third quarter. Drogosh, the quarterback. He's got the snap, throwing far side, tipped, and that's an incomplete pass. A little bit high for Janicic. It's 4th down, and the Pilots are going to punt. For the first time today, we get a change. Punt returning. Dursa out, Semp in. Michael Bucci remains the punter for DeLaSalle. Low snap, but he fields it fine. Punt bounces at the 20, fielded by Semp at the 15. Owen is promptly popped at the 20. Good tackle on special teams by the Pilots. And the Shamrocks will start deep in their own territory again. All right, as we continue to move on in this 2020 Boys Bowl, we've got a good one. Shamrocks trailing 10-7 with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. The offense back in the field. Declan Bile, who has a touchdown tonight, looking to command the troops down the field and give the Shamrocks their first lead. Declan looks to the sidelines. He's got Mo Jafer in the shotgun with him. 3 wide receivers on the near side of the field. Here's the give to Jafer. Mo runs into the left side of the line and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Got to thank our community partners during this Boys Bowl broadcast tonight. Ave Maria Mutual Funds, they're a proud CC community partner, providing America's largest family of Catholic mutual funds built on pro-life beliefs. For more info, visit AveMariaFunds.com. Second down and officially 11 for CC. Down by 3 in the third quarter. Bile throws, got it caught. Connor Cohan couldn't slip the tackle. That was Tyler Gerling hanging on for dear life. And CC will have a third down. They do get up to just shy of the 25. The line to gain is the 28, so this isn't too terribly long of a third down for the Shamrocks. Bile in the gun, Jay for the back to his right. The lone wide receiver on the near side of your screen is Billy Morphew, who has a catch tonight. Guy matched up against him is Deontay Dandridge, the really good junior defensive back for DeLaSalle. Third down, Bile throwing. Down the middle, high, incomplete. Dursa collided hard. It's the second time in a row that Bile has tried to find Dursa on a third down and he missed him. Tyler Gerling was the one who crunched with Dursa, and he's slow to get up. Usually when you see something like this, he lost his wind. Hopefully that's the case. That'll mean Tyler's okay. Good news is that the senior is pretty much being helped off the field under his own power. DeLaSalle gets the stop. And they're going to receive the Shamrock punt on fourth down. 4th and 4 officially for CC. Trailing 10-7, 2:35 remaining third quarter. And what has been a quick-moving Boys Bowl game so far. DeLaSalle likes to keep it on the ground, so the games aren't taking too long when the Pilots are involved this year. Mentz are going to punt it for CC. Swings his right leg into it. Man, what a high spiraling punt. And it drives Brett Stanley back, making the fair catch at the 35. Another one of our community partners is Impact Management Services. They're a proud CC community partner led by Pete Davis, class of 95. They provide workforce management solutions across the Midwest. You can visit them at impactanswer.com. DeLaSalle's offense back on the field. Leading 10-7, they've never trailed tonight. Entering tonight, CC hadn't trailed all season. J.C. Ford lines up at quarterback. He hasn't thrown it yet tonight. Not going to do it here. Running all the way, and he's got a first down. Could have been more. Shamrocks wrapped him up just short of the 50. Cam Davenport makes the tackle. We've said his name a couple of times tonight on D. DeLaSalle, when they've got Ford in the ball game, loves to run right. Hard to argue with that strategy. It's been working all night. 2 minutes to go, third quarter, first down and 10 for DeLaSalle. Same play as last time. It's going nowhere this time. Jackson Ewald again. Sean Field was in there too. Second down and long coming up.
Loss of 2 on the play. Loss of 1. Second and 11.
Ford stays in the game on 2nd and 11. 10-7 DeLaSalle in a Boys Bowl slugfest. They've been trading punches all night. Under 1.5 to go, third quarter. Ford in the gun. Play action, rolling right. He may throw for the first time. Just kidding. He's sacked. Connor Dewan again. That's the senior's second sack tonight. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever for DeLaSalle. The loss of 6 turns it into 3rd and 17. Earlier tonight, the Shamrocks faced a 2nd down and 39. This one not quite as bad, but still, there aren't many plays in the playbook for 3rd downs like this.
Less than 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter.
Drogosh is back at quarterback. Senior with the hard count, and the Shamrocks stay patient. Brady to throw. Pressure coming. Steps up into the pocket, and the Shamrocks get him at the line. Sean Field was there. Guberinic was there. Ewald was there. Pick a name. They all brought him down. And it's 4th down. That play on 4th will take us to the 4th. Play on 3rd led to the 4th that's coming up as we start the 4th quarter. It was 10-7 at half. It's still 10-7 as we go to the 4th quarter in the 76th annual Boys Bowl game. Don't go anywhere. One of our community partners is the Mike Cox Law Firm. No client is too small or too large. No challenge is too daunting or complex. They're your team of experienced associate attorneys, and they're committed to serving you. They're a proud supporter of Detroit Catholic Central. We say hello to Antonio's Restaurant, which has locations in Farmington Hills, Canton, Dearborn Heights, and Livonia. They've been serving the community with hearty, authentic Italian dishes since 1964, which you could need on a chilly night like tonight. Antonio's is the official ticket sponsor of the CC Drive. Pilot's going to punt it on 4th down and 17. Bucci will punt it away. Michael swings his leg into it. Semp called for a fair catch, but he couldn't run up and catch it, so it bounces. Shamrocks have the poison call on, and it's down right around the 26 or 27. All right, so the Shamrock offense came up big at the end of the first half, marched down the field for the first time all night. Bile found Ramirez for a 29-yard touchdown. In the second half, the Pilots' D is held firm. There's still time for the Shamrocks. We're only 11 seconds into the 4th quarter, but down 10-7, the burner is definitely turned up on this drive. Bile back to the gun. 4 wide receivers set. They start with a run, and it's only going to gain a couple. Mo Jafer has been the bell cow for the Shamrocks tonight. He's gotten nearly all of the carries, and that time he gained a few inches. Shamrock's offense tonight has been unable to pass it like they have been the last couple of weeks. Bile threw 2 touchdowns in week 1, and he threw 2 touchdowns again in week 2. Do they go to the air on 2nd and 9? Bile's looking to, and it's incomplete. A couple of guys were in the vicinity for the Pilots. Paul Kelliker was the guy providing the initial pressure. And again, CC's got 3rd and long.
I'll tell you what, that play did not work out how Catholic Central wanted, but I love the play design. They run a pitch to the left side, a big pitch, I should say. That then
11:10 to go, 4th quarter. 3rd down and 9 for CC, down by 3. Bell is the back to Biles' right. Cohan, Dursa, Davenport. The receivers on the far side. Morphew, the lone wide receiver near side. Bile awaiting the snap on 3rd and 9. He's got it. Dropping back. Time to throw. Pumps. Waits. Floats. Down the middle. And it's incomplete. Morphew kept running to his right. There was good coverage in the area. But that was a weird play to watch. It was like the defensive back for DeLaSalle just was kind of sitting there in coverage, and Morphew almost ran under it like an outfielder in baseball chasing down a fly ball. The Pilots dodge danger, and they're about to receive the punt from Charlie Menser. We've said his name a lot tonight. 4th and 9, he gets it away. There's a flag behind the play. Stanley makes the catch. Let's check the flag. Remember, it's a 4th down. Menser fell to the turf. If it's a 5-yard roughing the punter, it won't be a 1st down for CC. Running into the kicker, I beg your pardon. If it is roughing, it will be a 1st down for CC. It was just the 5-yard variety. And CC has elected to let DeLaSalle take the football at the spot where the fair catch was made. Coming down the wire in this Boys Bowl in 2020. DeLaSalle leading 10-7 in the 4th quarter. Zotz Collision Center has been voted the best collision shop in the area. Zotz provides convenient pickup and delivery of your vehicle. They're a proud CC community partner. And of course, let's say hello to our friends at Mercy Elite Sports Performance. They're providers of CC's athletic training, and they're certified experts in sports performance training. They're providers of CC's athletic training. Say go Shamrocks. Shamrock D thankful for that support right now. Trailing 10-7. Drogosh on the field for DeLaSalle. 1 minute, 5 seconds gone in the 4th. Couple of fakes. Setting up the screen. It's tipped in the air and incomplete. Brady Drogosh was dancing around the fire there. He's thankful to not get burned. Sean Field nearly picked off the present. But luckily for the Pilots, it fluttered to the turf incomplete.
And Drogosh, that's one of those, I get what he's going for. He has a guy wide open with the pressure coming at him. If that shuffle pass is complete.
2nd down and 10 coming for the Pilots. Up by 3. Just over a minute gone, 4th quarter. A tight one in the Boys Bowl. Who steps up? Who makes the play on either side? Drogosh throwing, and it's incomplete. He's hit Devin Schmelter a couple of times tonight, nearly hit him there. A little bit too hot that time. And a 3rd down and long is coming up. Limited fans in attendance tonight on both sides of the field. DeLaSalle has brought a pretty good contingent on that far side of the field. There's CC students watching the game on a big screen behind us in the parking lot. Everybody making noise in the stadium, out of the stadium on a big 3rd down and 10 for the Shamrock defense against the Pilots offense. Low snap. Drogosh falls on it. Shamrocks catch a break. One of the few bad snaps tonight for DeLaSalle leads to a punt. So now DeLaSalle giving it back to CC with the clock running in the 4th. Coming up on 10 minutes to go. It's 10-7 DeLaSalle. Bucci will punt. Shamrocks have 2 guys back deep. Bad snap, but there was no pressure, so Bucci can get it away. Semp lets it bounce. And DeLaSalle downs it at the 30.
DeLaSalle down at the 30-yard line.
9:54 to go. Declan Bile, the junior quarterback, will bring the offense on the field. Last year, he split time at QB as the starter. This year, it's his team. And right now is the time when Catholic Central, led by Bile, can start to make some memories. Down 10-7 in the fourth. They start at the 30. 9:54 to go. Bile gives to Jafer, and Mo gains maybe a yard, maybe two.
Mo Jafer, the ball carrier. Wrapped up on the play by number 97, Dylan Weaver.
Dylan Weaver, the guy to make the tackle for DeLaSalle. Number 97 has been joined by Paul Kelliker down there on the D-line tonight. It's a really great success. Second down and 8 for CC. Down in the fourth quarter, 10-7. Coming up on 9 minutes to go. Bile to throw. Declan waiting, throwing incomplete. Semp wanted a flag. He didn't get the call. Stanley was in coverage. And it's going to be third down and long again.
Dominic Masano on coverage for these Pilots.
Clock is stopped, 9:13 to go. Sure, all of the CC alums out there watching right now. Heart's starting to beat just a little bit. Down 10-7 in the fourth. Bile, the quarterback, in a 4-wide set. Drops the snap, picks it up, still time to throw, down the middle, and it's incomplete. That was a play that looked doomed from the start, nearly turned golden. Davenport was open, but Cameron could not bring it in, and the Shamrocks are punting again.
Fourth down.
Charlie Menser on the field again. Big reason why DeLaSalle scored their only touchdown tonight was a bad snap on a punt. Ever since, the snaps have been perfect. This one bobbled. Menser gets it away. It was a great Houdini act by Charlie. It's going to take a little bit of a DeLaSalle bounce, and the Shamrocks will down it at the 39.
Charlie Menser's punt down at the Pilots.
Teams are trading punts. At some point, somebody's going to have to deliver what could be the knockout punch.
29-yard punt.
8:59 remaining, fourth quarter. 10-7 DeLaSalle.
Correction, 39-yard line.
Pilots raced out to a 10-0 lead in the first half. CC scored as the second quarter clock was running down. Bile found Ramirez on a touchdown pass. That made it 10-7. We haven't seen any points in the second half. If you want to tell on what DeLaSalle is trying to do on this drive, well, they've got the running quarterback J.C. Ford in. Big drive for both teams starts now. Ford running left, picking his way for a handful of yards.
J.C. Ford, the ball carrier.
Running off the left side of the line, which is anchored by Anthony McCollum, the left tackle for the Pilots. Caden Featherstone, junior left guard. Tevin Mixon, the center. Noah Dobbs is on the right side of the line. Thomas Fedorchuk is the right tackle. Second down, 7. Ford running all the way right, and he's going nowhere.
J.C. Ford, the ball carrier.
Sean Field was there. Jackson Ewald, hello to him again. He was there. Michael Baydoun on the stop too. And DeLaSalle's got a third down. The clock has reached 8 minutes to go. It's still 10-7 DeLaSalle. Third down and about 5. Pilots patient. Ford communicating with the offensive line. running all the way left. This has worked so far tonight. It's not going to work here. Tried to string it out left, and the Shamrocks were there at every turn. Sean Field making the tackle for the Shamrocks that produces a 4th down and another Pilots punt. Michael Bucci punting again. Blakita and Semp back deep for the Shamrocks. 7 minutes and counting to go. Still 10-7 DeLaSalle. Bucci gets away a high hanger, and Semp makes the fair catch. Give credit to both of these defenses. It is so hard to gain anything out there tonight. A good old-fashioned Catholic League slugfest in the 76th Annual Boys Bowl. I know all the alums out there watching know the story, but for those watching who don't know the story, first Boys Bowl, October of 1944, when Boys Town in Nebraska came to play the Shamrocks at what would become Tiger Stadium, but at the time it was called Briggs Stadium. Since then, it has been a tradition that the Shamrocks are trying to continue with a win tonight. And that's going to help the cause, an offside on DeLaSalle. Usually, Boys Bowl is played on a Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. With the way things are going this year, it was moved to a Saturday night. Doesn't matter what day of the week it's played on, a Boys Bowl win is always sweet. Shamrocks still have work to do, down 10-7 in the 4th. Give Jafer. Moe's running right, and he's going to be tackled a yard or two short of the first. Coming up on 6.5 to go. 2nd down and short for CC. They'll keep Jafer on the field. Blakita comes on. Dursa comes on. Semp remains on. And Cameron Davenport is the wide receiver nearest to us. Lone touchdown of the game for CC came through the air. Bile found Ramirez. What do they do on 2nd and short? Give Jafer, tackled in the backfield. Mason Murrigan, the sophomore defensive end, shooting across the line to make the stop. And here comes 3rd down and short for CC. 5:45 counting to go. Here is a familiar formation to Shamrock fans. Power football. 3rd down and a few feet to go. Bile under center. Turns and gives. And Bell is tackled in the backfield. What a play by the DeLaSalle defensive line to help create the push. Tyler Gurley made the tackle. And CC, with all of their timeouts left and 5 minutes to go, down by 3, is going to punt. Menser back on the field. Last time his 29-yard punt was altered by a bad snap. Brett Stanley, the guy back deep. Menser booms it away. Stanley catches the line drive kick. Brett glides right, now moves left, and he's tackled across the 45.
Brett Stanley with the punt return, stopped on the play by number 37, Braden Corser.
Back and forth we go with punts. Still 10-7. Nobody scored in the second half. CC and DeLaSalle are trading counter punches defensively. Will there be a big punch from somebody's offense? In DeLaSalle's case, maybe to win the game. In CC, if they get the ball back after a stop and they score, maybe that's the winning decision and the winning play. 4:36 to go, fourth quarter. Ford is the quarterback. He gives to Stanley. Running left, turns the corner, and gains a couple.
Brett Stanley, the ball carrier.
Sam Dursa was on it all the way. He wrangled him out of bounds. It's
Second down and 9.
going to be a 2nd down and 8. DeLaSalle is playing another close game. Week 1, they lost by 2 in overtime. Week 2, they won by 8 against St. Mary's. A loss to Brother Rice and a win against St. Mary's this year. Ford running all the way. DeWan makes the tackle from behind. And it's going to be 3rd down and medium.
Wrapped up on the play by number 37, Brayden Forster.
Just over 4 minutes to go. DeLaSalle 10, CC 7.
No, pilots are saying, hey, listen, we're going to run this football again.
Line to gain the 45. Ball spotted in DeLaSalle territory at the 49. It's a 3rd down and 6. Another big one for both of these teams. Ford running right. And he's stepped up. He's short.
J.C. Ford, the ball carrier.
He gained a couple into CC territory. And preemptively, CC will burn one of their 3 timeouts.
Brings up 4th and 3.
3:40 remaining, fourth quarter. Everyone take a deep breath. DeLaSalle has a 4th down in CC's territory. We would expect a punt. But in a game like this, who knows what's going to happen. Glad you've been with us all night, whether you're watching on the YouTube live stream, on your phone, on your computer, through your TV, or if you're one of the students out there in the parking lot who's been watching on that big movie screen all night long. I appreciate you guys out there. It's been Evan Stockton, class of 2014, talking to you all night long. DeLaSalle bringing the offense on the field on 4th down and 4. They're up by 3. Maybe they're pushing their chips to the middle of the table early here. Hard count and the Shamrocks don't bite. Drogosh backs up. This is a pooch punt, and it could turn out to be a pretty good one. Bounces inside the 20, and Janicic downs it there. Well, when you play football games at CC, you're remembered in football games like this, Boys Bowl opportunities. And this CC offense has the chance to make a memory on this drive. 2 timeouts left, trailing 10-7, 3:33 to go, fourth quarter. This is an interesting look. The Shamrocks, with the game maybe on the line, are going Wildcat. Declan Bile, the quarterback, is split out far side. It's Brady Blakita keeping the football. Oh, and he took a monster hit. The guy to first lower the boom was Jaden Conklin. He's made a couple of monster hits tonight. It's going to be 2nd down and about 4 after a good gain for the Shamrocks. The Wildcat formation lasted 1 play. Bile is back to quarterback. Shamrocks down by 3. 3 minutes to go. Give. Jafer. Running room. 1st down and more. Down the near sideline. It's a foot race for Mo Jafer. And the juniors gonna win it. With 2:50 to go. CC, for the first time tonight, has got the lead.
76-yard run for number 22. Chad Hartster to snap. Brady Blakita to hold. And Charlie Metzer to attempt the extra point. 76.
A 76-yard touchdown run for Jafer. Charlie Menser on to tack on an extra point, which would make it, for DeLaSalle, a tougher predicament. Low snap, put down well, and Charlie booms it through.
The kick is good. Your score, Catholic Central 14, DeLaSalle 10.
The offense has struggled at times tonight. When they needed it, they got it from Jafer. A 76-yard touchdown run. Mo, you picked a good time for your first touchdown this year. Shamrocks have scored the last 14 points in the game. They now lead 14-10 with 2:50 to go. That's the good news. The bad news, DeLaSalle's offense is going to get a crack, and they have all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
812 viewers. 813.
Charlie Menser will kick it deep for CC. Stanley back deep with Bouchon for DeLaSalle. The Pilots had not trailed in the game until about 2 minutes ago. In real time. A 76-yard touchdown run for Mo Jafer. A lightning bolt.
Matt Bouchon and Brett Stanley.
Charlie Menser has been busy tonight. Here comes the biggest kickoff of the game. And that kick will bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
Charlie Menser's kick lands in the end zone for a Shamrock touchback. It'll be first and 10 Pilots on their own 20-yard line.
So here comes the DeLaSalle offense. We kept talking about those punches, right? Mo Jafer just tried to deliver the knockout punch. Does DeLaSalle fall to the mat, or do they pick themselves up and deliver another blow? They'll start a 1st and 10 at their 20. They're trailing for the first time tonight. It's 14-10 CC. Brady Drogosh is the quarterback on the field. The sophomore, when the Pilots want to throw, he's their guy. He has thrown an interception tonight. The drive starts with a screen that's batted down incomplete. Sean Field knocked it down.
Pass intended for number 30, Brett Stanley, was incomplete. Sean Field with the pass deflection.
Second down coming up for DeLaSalle. 2:45 to go. It was 10-7 DeLaSalle at halftime. Catholic Central just scored a 76-yard touchdown run from Mo Jafer to take the lead. Noise being made on this 2nd and 10. Drogosh throws high, broken up, incomplete.
Brady Drogosh's pass.
Looking for Schmelter. Dursa knocked it out.
Schmelter incomplete.
3rd down and long.
Mo Jafer on coverage for the Shamrocks, along with Sam Dursa.
Here comes the biggest 3rd down of the game for each team. 3 timeouts left for DeLaSalle, down by 4. 2:40 to go, 3rd down and 10. Drogosh with time, throws, incomplete. Too high for Schmelter. Now if you're DeLaSalle, what do you do? Looks like they're bringing out the punting unit.
Along with Gavin Willard.
They do have 3 timeouts left, so they're not quite waving the white flag yet. But a couple of first downs for the Shamrocks, and this boys' ball's on ice. Semp, the lone guy, back deep. Bucci, the punter. I'd expect that CC is not going to be rushing the punter here. They don't. They sag back. Semp makes the fair catch, falling to both knees right around midfield.
On the Pilot side of midfield.
Well, if you're a Shamrock alum out there watching, I'm sure you noticed that it's not quite like what it used to look like under Coach Tom Mack. Plays are run out of the shotgun now. But it'll warm your heart to know that when a boys' bowl was on the line, CC ran the football and ran it darn well. They're gonna have to do it again here. 2:28 remaining fourth quarter. Shamrocks up 14-10. The hero of the game for the moment, Mo Jafer, is the running back on Biles' left. A hard count for the Shamrocks that the Pilots don't bite on. No pressure being shown as of the moment by DeLaSalle in terms of the normal 4 on the defensive line. And the Shamrocks just ran out of time. That's going to be a delay of game. So now the task becomes taller. First down and 15, and the ball moves back into their own territory. Clock will run when the play begins. 2:28 to go. Here's Jafer. Mo's not going to go 76 yards this time. And he's tackled at the line for no gain. DeLaSalle not calling a timeout yet. Dan Roan, their head coach, has elected to save at least one. But CC can kill a bunch of clock here. 2 minutes to go. CC leading 14-10. DeLaSalle has all 3 timeouts, but they chose not to call one there. Jafer remains the running back on Biles' right. Shamrocks eating into all the time that they can. They get it off with a couple seconds left. Jafer surging forward. Mo refusing to go down. What a run. DeLaSalle will burn one of those timeouts. But Jafer's continued surge and effort is leading to a 3rd down and shorter after this timeout. Thanks for joining us on the CC live stream tonight. One more shout out to our community partners tonight: Cadillac and Novi, Orange Jewelers, Success Mortgage Partners, America United Realty of Novi, Joe's Produce, Gourmet Market and Catering, Ave Maria Mutual Funds, Impact Management Services, the Mike Cox Law Firm, Antonio's Restaurant, Dots Collision Center, and Mercy Elite Sports Performance. If you're interested in advertising your business's name on the scoreboard or on the barricades around the field here at CC, call the CC Advancement Office for more details. Sure, there's a lot of alums, fans, parents watching tonight. The game could be on the line right here. Shamrocks up by 4, 3rd down and 4, 1:28 to go. Here we go. Bile gives Jafer running for the first down. J.C. Ford made the tackle, but Mo Jafer, who on the last drive had the go-ahead 76-yard touchdown run, has put the Shamrocks that much closer to victory. DeLaSalle and Dan Roan, their new head coach, call the second timeout. One more is left. Last week, CC never trailed against Brother Rice, but they were in a similar scenario. Had to run for a couple of first downs, eat up that clock. This week, same deal, but they trailed 10-0 in the second quarter. Bile threw a touchdown to Ramirez. That made it 10-7 entering halftime. We had no points on either side for a good long while in this second half. And then Mo Jafer with that long touchdown run gave the Shamrocks the lead they've still got. One timeout left for DeLaSalle. 1:15 to go. CC with the 14-10 lead. Jafer remains the running back. Why would you give it to anybody else right now? They've given it to Mo, and he gains a couple. And DeLaSalle calls the last timeout.
Stopped on the play by number 55, going Dobbs.
Entering tonight,
DeLaSalle calls it
just for a little bit of context, Mo Jafer on the season had 70 rushing yards. On what was the play of the game, that long touchdown run, that was more yards on one run than he had the entire season entering tonight. As a wise country poet once said, it's funny how life changes. Coming up next week, the Shamrocks are on the road going to St. Mary's in the red turf on Friday night. And they're back home against River Rouge on October 16th. If you can't make it to the game, there will still be limited attendance. That game is going to be broadcast live on Fox Sports Detroit. The Shamrocks, a team that lost to River Rouge last year, a team that went on to win the state championship, will have a chance to get a little bit of revenge and do it in front of a TV crowd. 2nd down and 9 for CC. DeLaSalle has run out of timeouts, down 14-10 with 1:10 to go. The give to Jafer. Mo lunges and churns forward, and he gets ever closer to a first down that would end the game. Shamrocks will burn as much clock as they can. I'll walk to the sidelines to get the instructions from the coaching staff. Dan Anderson is perched right by one of the officials. I think he's going to let this clock burn down to 1 second and call the timeout. Anderson is going to let the clock run, call a timeout, and the Shamrocks can take a knee. On 3rd down, the game's over. Yep, Anderson calls the timeout. That's 24 seconds. All CC has to do is take a knee, and this thing's over.
CC calls timeout.
Best formation in football is the victory formation. And it feels even better on what's going to be a come-from-behind victory in the 76 Boys Bowl game. A game that got moved from Sunday to Saturday. But you know what? It was a game we didn't think we'd get to play this year. The Shamrock offense coming back on the field for one final snap. Declan Bile, the junior quarterback, will take it. He threw for a touchdown in the first half, and the guy who ran for the game-winning touchdown, Mo Jafer, is right behind him. One final knee, and the clock will wind down on a Catholic Central victory in the Boys Bowl. A celebration that will continue for at least the rest of the night and a little bit of tomorrow. Those Shamrocks will get back to work against St. Mary's on Friday. But for tonight, they can celebrate what was one heck of a Catholic League football game. The final here tonight in Novi. CC comes back from down 10, and they win the Boys Bowl by the final of 14-10. For all of you watching the YouTube live stream tonight, whether you were watching with us in person here outside the stadium or all across the world, across the country, Evan Stockton, CC Class of 2014 signing off. And the Shamrocks win in the Boys Bowl, an awesome game between two good football teams. And CC remains undefeated. They're 3-0 on the 2020 season. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your night.